Sunday. I hope you've had a good day. I'm about to hit my live button on every other platform. Just a second. Remember to subscribe. We are doing Prince Andrew case tonight, alongside a few other cases. Right, okay, let's do it. Hi to everybody else as well. Right, okay, thanks for joining, and thanks for liking the video as well. Good evening, Facebook. Happy Sunday. Good evening, Instagram. Happy Sunday. These are all joining now. I hope these are well. Right, these are joining. Thank you so much. Hi, Auntie Anne in Canada. Hi, Patricia. Thanks, Hefty, for joining. Are we good? Did we have a good Sunday? Is some of you getting prepared for the end of the October week? I forgot it was the October week. Right, these are joining now. Thank you, Facebook. You're always last. Listen, I'm not wanting to talk, but come on. Timekeeping. Thanks, Adoley. Right, we are talking about Prince Andrew tonight. A few other things as well, but the main case tonight is Prince Andrew. Obviously, the things that have come out in the last few days and the predictions that we've done in the past. Thank you. Oh, this is just a short. I've had this for years. Thanks, Afty, for joining. Hi, Donna. How are you? Thank you, everybody. Angela Payton, you can't hear me? Can everyone else hear me? Hi, Louise. Facebook. Are we on sign language? Can we? Right, you're going to go in time out, Bailey. That's a bloody shame. Oh, shut now, added you the moderator. Put in time out. 24 hours. Facebook, can you hear me? Right, Insta, you're fine. I've done Facebook, just keep writing hi, Chris. The same person, so again, can't hear you very good. Does anybody else? Guys, we need to be on Facebook. They've got a wee bit of a delay over there. Yeah, thank you, Helen McIntyre. I was like, what sounds I found. Right, I love it. Thank you so much. Listen, I don't want any of your Bible scriptures. YouTube, beat it. 24 hours. You need to pray to the big man. Right. Okay, so first things first, I put a wee video out today. We'll just clear that up firstly. The Kira Cousins situation. I put a wee video up saying about being kind, etc. I was just making the point that a lot of creators don't like when they're being trolled because people who don't know them are talking about them, making an opinion on them, and maybe whether it's making videos about them. So the point I'm trying to make today is it sound dead low? It's maybe because I'm actually speaking quite low. Hold on. I just think that is severe mental health, bad mental health, and listen, no condoning what that girl's done. Will not be defending that person in any way whatsoever, but it's the families I feel it for. I mean, people are making these videos, and I will be upfront here, if one of the family members have been directly been in touch with the page, just saying how much it's devastating, but also, like, mental health matters right now. And what I did want to touch on is, a lot of people are making videos like, how did they not know it was a doll, etc. Maybe because when somebody has a baby, that's the last thing people want to question. That's the last thing you want to think somebody's capable of doing. But not just that as well. Somebody must obviously have very, very bad mental health to get to that point in the first place. And being kind doesn't cost much. If you've got nothing good to say nothing at all. But also what we've got to bear in mind is these both families are grieving. Because up until 2-3 days ago, they didn't know this baby didn't exist. Now, you've got to think then, if you were prepared for a wee baby to come into your life and you were excited to then be told that this baby doesn't exist, and then the full of social media, going social media, trial by social media. All right, I just think that it needs to be a wee bit more mindful. And all these creators are very good at saying about their trolls and things and how they advocate and all the rest of it. When in reality, you've got a responsibility to have all these followers that the things that you're putting out. and it's inciting hate. How would you feel if that wee girl took her life yesterday, today, tomorrow, and you've made loads and loads of videos about it? No, you wouldn't take accountability, because you'd think to yourself, it's not that, it wasn't my video that done it. How do you know that? And again, for the family side of it as well, there'll be people grieving in this situation because they were expecting a baby. And the only video I really condone being put out on social media was the lady who was her friend, and it was because she was trying to clear her name, because she was like, I was involved in this. But look, I can understand why that girl put it out. I think she knew her. She was in the situation. She was speaking firsthand, but it's all the people that's jumped in the bandwagon, grown women that probably have daughters, that you don't know what's coming for you. You don't know what it is to have a teenage daughter possibly, or have daughters where it can be hard going like that. You're not responsible for their actions. I was gutted seeing all the videos, really disappointed in a lot of creators as well. Right, next thing up, Daniel Sloan, 1,000 hours community service and a fine. A lot of people are saying, that's not justice. Oh, I think it is, and I'll tell you why. Because the court case was moved forward. I'm not one to gossip, but here's my theory. There's multiple reasons a court case can be brought forward, but one reason can be because if they're going to the High Court, sometimes they need to know the status, so they need to bring the other one forward to see if he's going to be in bail or in the jail. So that could be one of the reasons the court case was brought forward. He's up again this week for a much more serious charge again. But I think 1,000 hours, he's got a criminal record. He has been charged with ABH on his own son. Like, that's going to affect him for life. He'll never be able to work. And one thing that will amalgamate all this together, TikTok's not going to be around forever. If you get your earnings based in TikTok and your house, your foundations and everything are based in TikTok, like, enjoy it while it lasts. Let's call it your 5 minute of fame, because it'll feel like 5 minutes long term. Right, okay, on to the main stuff, but I just sort of, the digital ID cards. I know a lot of people are talking about it. I've seen a lot on about it. We're going to come on to it, not just yet. I need to do my homework properly first before we start speaking about it. I am from Scotland. Here we go again. Oh, he'll be raging that he has broken his heel. So if you see Daniel Sloan, Diageo is live on TikTok, please block, report, do your thing, because it worked. Apparently he was going to lose his badge, whatever that means. I don't know what it means. Keep doing what you're doing, 212, it was working. And that was another thing about TikTok. He's a convicted child abuser. Didn't hear any of them peep up. Do you want me to tell you why? Because they know he's got quite a big following, so they don't want to risk their own platforms. So again, and these creators that are talking about views, like, oh, my views are down. If you've seen my prediction about 4 weeks ago, America, algorithms changed to Oracle. The views were always going to go down. It was predictable. But how many people are so self-entitled that they think they need to shout about when their views are down? Maybe you're not that fucking interesting anymore. Maybe people are getting bored of watching you, reacting to trolls, do the same thing. Big expensive shopping hauls. It's not a reality of life in this current climate of cost of living crisis. It's not reality in TikTok, I'm telling you that much. Right, okay. And I do predict at Christmas we're going to see a lot more come with everything around the creators. Nobody's pals forever. Don't forget I said that. Right, Prince Andrew. Uh-oh, they were predictions from when? 3 years ago. I always said, like, again, Prince Philip, Prince Andrew. So on Thursday, there was a 10-minute phone call between King Charles and Prince Andrew, and King Charles basically had already spoke to Wee Willie and went, what we got to do about this? It's all going to come out. Now, bearing in mind, they've known for 2019, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So they've had, William said, listen, I'm not being king with him under me. So after a 10-minute phone call, Prince Andrew gave up his title, and he gave up, the statement came out on Friday, he's officially gave up the Duke of York, yada da da da. Wee Willie, I know, but no wonder, thank God he's got no hair, because it'd be shown on him by now. That's all I'm going to say. But the interesting part of this is, allegedly, just in case any of the royals are watching, wait a second, I'm now distracted myself. Right, so he done it in a 10-minute phone call. Basically, Prince Andrew had said that he didn't know Virginia Guthrie, etc. But allegedly, there's been emails that have been brought out over the last few days to say, now bearing in mind, Prince Andrew came out in December 2010 and said, me and Epstein, not friends anymore, not happening, we said goodbye. But there was an email in 2011 saying to Epstein from Prince Andrew, or Epstein to Prince Andrew, we're in it together. So they were still communicating at that point. Now, also, it's come out, now it's worth mentioning, Virginia Guthrie has got a memoir coming out on Tuesday. So if you're looking for a good book to read, this week, get onto it, because there's a lot of things that have come out in the media already over the last few hours, what's going to be in this book, and now it makes sense why the royals knew for 2019. He stepped back out of public life at that point, but not off his title, not off his duties. Now he's turning around and saying, I need to leave my title because of the accusations that's been made. No, your hand's been forced because accusations were made all these years ago and you never took them on. But the emails also that were found was that he was asking the Met Police to do a smear campaign on Virginia Guthrie. Now, he'd met with the Met bodyguard to investigate Virginia and gave her date of birth and her social security number. How did he have that? That's a question. And according to reports, the bodyguard was part of the elite SO14 Royalty Protection Group. So I don't know if it went anywhere, but he'd obviously then, these emails have come out to say that he is in it with Epstein. Virginia Guthrie's memoir has came out and said that she had a miscarriage due to the orgy she had with Prince Andrew and 8 other girls who she said were underage and did not speak English. And apparently he's been said to be made a comment, allegedly, that it was easier because they weren't English. But some of the emails do say she's going to be in London in this date, and Prince Andrew actually writes in the email, allegedly, writes in the email, oh, I like the sound of that, like give her my contact details, yada that, and that was all coming from Epstein. So I think for 2019 the royals have knew. Obviously our predictions have been there anyway, but it's been collateral damage, or again, with the Queen dying, I did predict that as well. As soon as the Queen popped it, there was nobody there to look after him, and there was no way King Charles was going to do it. It's Scottish. I know I'm talking very fast. I'm trying to get everything out my notepad out my mouth on to use. He's vile. He's a paedophile, allegedly. But I have said this for day one, and a lot of you guys went crazy at the start 5 years ago saying, Christy, you're like speaking about the royals, the monarchy, and a lot of people had the most respect for it, but like it's in black and white. He also involved Ed Perkins, one of the Queen's more senior aides, to find info in Virginia. What do we think before I go into my predictions? Congratulations! Christy updates on the twins, emergency C-section yesterday, both fine, boy and a girl, £3 and £2.8. Oh, congratulations, Marge, the boys were £3.1 and £2.7. And look at them now, so I hope that gives you a wee bit of faith, and good luck with your NICU journey. Right, the girl took her own life, God knows what the other secrets. Now, she took her own life in April 2025. We reported it on our YouTube live at the time. A lot of people speculated that it's Prince Andrew done it. It's, again, a royal thing. But it's funny how... Now, listen, not one to gossip, and I wouldn't want to blow MD's cover, but it's funny how it's all coming out now and people are getting outed across the board. And poor Virginia's not here to see it. But her memoir's coming out on Tuesday with all the rest of the juicy details, just to make sure it solidifies what's about to happen. You don't think that's a bit weird? Timing? Is it just me? Maybe it's just a psychic in me. What do you think? Could she possibly be alive? Faked her own death so she could throw stones at Prince Andrew? Because it's the only way she could do it, just saying. She also got 12 million out of the court case, donated 2 million to a charity, and the other 10 million obviously will go on to her family now. This is obviously the start of the downfall. I think so too. I'm dying to read the autobiography. Me too. I hope that's the case. Meghan meant to be involved with Epstein. Nah, I feel, I said this before, way back before Harry and Meghan get married, or when it all kicked off, he was taking his children away from that. He was not going to raise his children that. And Harry was the first to kind of come out, or it was very close in that circle to the Queen and the monarchy, to come out and socialise, where movie stars, people who were in the elite or knew about the elite. So I'm sure him and Meghan were having mega chats where she was like, do you know what's been said about your family? Do you know what they're actually into? Maybe he knew, maybe he didn't know. But I think that's why. And question Piers Morgan, what's he saying to it all? How's he going to defend this? He's defended these royals for the word go. Absolutely hammered Prince Harry. Oh, YouTube is on fire. The night was 127 he's on. Thanks for commenting. I get paid for any interaction, whether it's good, bad or ugly. Oh, honestly, don't get me started on it. My tinfoil hat is shining like a beacon. Piers Morgan is probably... Yep. We did speak about Richard Branson the other week. Could be connected. Listen, not one to gossip, but maybe Prince Harry and Richard Branson could be pals. Piers has been extra quiet. I thought so too. Donald Trump put an AI out of him being on a plane, throwing shite all over the protesters. Like, what the hell? That is the president of America. The ceasefires ended with Gaza and Israel. Israel didn't play ball again. And that was today. It was a few hours ago. It could have changed now. I think it's been very up and down the whole week. All the royal family have their dirty secrets. I know, can imagine. But nothing like that. But listen, that's where, see when this comes out, people will then start looking back to Prince Philip, look at the connections, Marilyn Monroe, Clive Davis, and everybody connects. Everybody connects. Oh, Jackie Spence, I'm not one to gossip, just want to say. No, Diddy was desperate to get Harry and William. They never actually partied with P. Diddy, ever. But he was constantly at them, P. Diddy, to get basically into them. Because he maybe heard the royals were into that shit, aka Big Andy Pandy, that doesn't sweat, but he's sweating now though. I'm in with the YouTubers. Brilliant, Wendy. You talk nice to them and tell them all to pipe down a bit. Who's that, Anne-Marie? Thanks, Ifty, for joining. Right, what else have we got? Oh, we were in Edinburgh. You're like wee eyes. I'm not one to gossip. Listen, Jilly, I'm just saying, people have to know. Can I tell you a good thing to watch on Netflix? The Perfect Neighbour. Oh, what a documentary. I watched it last night. It depends if you're into crime and stuff like that, but a really good watch, very sad watch. Sorry. Will Harry stay with Meghan? I think so. I know a lot of people don't agree, but he's on the right side of things. Aye, she's a wee bit up herself, but she's nothing compared to what he's came from. Prince Philip's will has been sealed for over 100 years, allegedly. He had several mistresses with kids everywhere. No way, Jose. Is that true? Oh, we're going to need to look into that. People do have to know you're right, Jilly. If we're talking about the right stuff. Jimmy Savile and Charles, yep. I think Prince William took Sarah and Andy down because it was only 48 hours after he was seen annoyed. Andrew was trying to speak to him. Yeah, but it's because they knew the memoir was coming out. The memoir was always coming out on the Tuesday. So the royals have known that there's only been a lid in this for so long and there's only so much they control. Yeah, it was sealed to save the Queen's blushes, apparently. Watched it, she was a nasty piece of work. That's, horrific. That was one cold lady, one very cold lady. Perfect Neighbour broke my heart. Good watch though. Supposedly drowned while in a boat with Robert Wagner. I don't know about that story, Anne-Marie. There's no way Scottish uses this expression. Prince Philip's will get sealed. But then I suppose that is quite a confidential thing as well, so you can understand it. No, I'm going to say, even if he's got illegitimate children, you honestly think he was giving them money? I doubt it. He would have denied that to the hill because he didn't have the technology back then that they have now. He'd have been fucked in DNA journey. Investigating down that rabbit hole now. I love it. Jimmy Savile and Prince Philip, that was the connection. The Queen was young when Philip went, but I've said this in my YouTube video of the Royals. She was 13, 14. That's a paedophile. Don't care what you say, I don't care how you dress it up. Same as Elvis Presley. Here I go. He was a paedophile and all. It goes with somebody under the age of 16 and you're over the age of 16. You're effectively a paedophile. I don't care how you dress it up. Because people dressed it up that much over the years, nobody wants to believe, oh, there's no way Prince Andrew would do that, go to an orgy. Really? Where's the butterfly? Right, here's a story for Friday night. My friend Heather was staying, we went to Edinburgh, I'll fill you in on that in a minute. And the butterfly was away. So I came into the room and I'm like, so she looked everywhere, so I made her look everywhere. I'm like, and she's like, see if you see it during the night, just come wake me up. Anyway, it wasn't there. She checked in the morning before we were going home, she was going home. I'm like, go and check. 100% still not there. She went home and I came back after dropping her off. Fucking thing was in the window again. I'm like, what? So it's still in the window. I had the window open, you just couldn't see in the video, the windows are open, but no, it's not going anywhere. I think this may be English. I wouldn't hang about if you don't know what I'm saying. It could be a very long half hour. Any thought on Charlie and Camilla's love child? Think he's legit? Yeah, but I think 2029, all that's going to come out, like things could happen where nobody wants to speak bad about somebody, so it'll all be laid to rest for a while before it's all brought up again. He did pay for a child's education. We need to go down this rabbit hole again, don't we? Have you ever seen what Prince Charles said? You have no idea what this man has done for the family. Talking about Jimmy Savile was standing there. Butterflies are beautiful spirits. 100%. Listen, I'm terrified getting my wings, and it made me laugh, and people are like, Christy, come on, just take it in a wee bit of paper or whatever and get it out. I'm like, do these people not realise that I'm actually fucking petrified? It's not going to change. I'm not going to change my point of view on I mean, that butterfly is going to go on. It's never going to happen. Do you believe when Priscilla said they didn't have sex until she was 21? Don't it? No. She was groomed. Absolutely groomed. Michael Jackson was your next one, but that's another one we don't want to speak bad about, because why would the king of pop be a kiddie fiddler? Why would he have a fucking Neverland in his back garden? We'd all think that was normal. Angela, I'm scared of wings too. You can be in my gang. Tracy Flockart, I see what you did there, the roundabout question. I don't know, I'm not answering that. I know, but I feel like you picked up my message, so validate. I did that today, opened all doors. No, it's Heather. Is that my Heather? It didn't go anywhere. In fact, if anything, it's went to the other window closer to my bed, which is freaking me out. Heather had just told them that it was hiding when you were in. Yes, I do think the royals took Diana out, but I've said that already, and I think that's where the hunger of Prince Harry comes from. I can imagine he's sitting back rubbing his hands right now, because he knows that that's the... Like, if you remember the interview, we actually did a live when the Prince Andrew interview came out. Oh, thumbs up. He literally lied from start to finish, and that's all been debunked now. So it's going to make people question what else they believe within the monarchy is real and not real, aka what we're speaking about, Prince Philip. The Queen was so young. Like, this has been some, and I've said this before, it's a tendency, it goes way back. It's not normal to any of us, people, I'd probably possibly say, but it's normal to these people because they were born into it, in a sense. They don't know it's not normal, or it's not different. Like, Prince Andrew has 2 daughters with grandchildren. If these allegations are being made, why is he not being treated like any other person within the UK? Is he allowed around those children? Should he be allowed around those children? Is he a risk to those children? Imagine being a social worker, can't they go to his door? Listen, I know he's just lost his title and all that, but you can't have the range round him now. I do see it becoming a court case. I do see it becoming a police investigation. And I think in the next 2 weeks we will hear that there's a police investigation. I think that's why he's gave up his title. Because I think they may have said to him, listen, there's no way of saving you. Like, because we don't have control over where this is coming from. Which makes me think it's somebody that he's really pissed off that's thought better of, I better fake my own death before he does it for me. Just saying. I feel so sorry for his kids. Yep. Goes higher, politicians are involved in here, 100%. Aye, but nobody's got his back anymore. Something's crumbling, I've said it before. And I do think Richard Branson allegedly could have something to do with it. Prince Harry, Virginia Guthrie, did they all go into a group chat we don't know about? Well, Zuckerberg and Trump and all that were in their group chat. That would make sense. Doesn't Andrew's children go to Epstein's Island? And this time, no Barbados, but they met Epstein in Barbados. I don't think we'll see much more of Prince Andrew. I think we're just going to hear more in the media. He never thought of the kids when he was getting his end away. Problem was, he did think of the fucking kids. Sorry for the language, but I think that's what the problem is. I don't think people want to actually... Her allegations say that it was children in that room that were part of that orgy that didn't speak English. I don't know how anybody can see that any other way. I don't care if you're a royal, you're a fucking monkey, a giraffe. I couldn't give a toss if that's what type of person or what type of thing you are. It is what it is. Once you've seen it, you can't unsee it, can you? If you want to check out my royals YouTube videos, they're over on YouTube. They're on a playlist, Crime Stories, but all the royals are there. We've done Prince Andrew, we've done the Queen, we've done Prince Philip, we've done William and Harry, Diana, Charles and Camilla. We really went down a royal rabbit hole about 3-4 years ago in lockdown. In fact, longer than that. He's been told to take a back seat. Nana, he's been told his title's gone. He is not recognised within the royals now. He's lost all responsibility. I think I wrote it down, actually. Aye. The statement went out on Friday. King Charles went, no more, bro. Had enough of your shite. Goodbye. It doesn't matter his status, he's still a wrong union. 100%. Remember the other person was an island, Richard Branson. Clara, is that your name? Sorry, Clara, that's what we've been talking about. Stammer, he's making me edgy. He's making me a bit worried. I feel like he's indulging in a bit of hate with war and stuff at the moment, and I don't really like that. But I said this the other day. The world's getting to the point that I feel we're all in a fucking pantomime, and this is a reality. Meghan Markle connects to Epstein. I don't think she does, in the way that you think, though. Oh, though, wait a minute. Charlotte Handel, because that could make a lot of sense. I need to look what the connection is. I'll have a wee nosy. Stammer was Jimmy's pal, says it all for me. Is that true, aye? So just say allegedly, right? And us stupid psychics and all that just firing out shit. Let's kid on that's what it is right now. We'll say exactly that's what it is. It's all allegedly. And for entertainment purposes only. What if every government was made up of paedophiles to begin with? And what if the aim of the game was to always traffic children throughout different countries, and the only way to do it is to keep government on side? If you look back to some of our cases on YouTube, you'll see we've done the foster homes, and where it was all politicians that were going to these foster homes and rating these children. And these children never had parents and they were forgot within the system, so they were used, and a farmer actually had said that he seen the children walking down the hill drowning themselves, but he had said you could tell they were out the game. So what was happening was they were in a room on a mattress being raped over and over and being drugged to the hill, and then once whatever had took place, they were put down outside in the hope that they'd walk to the water and drown themselves so they could dispose us, and they were doing it themselves, and the farmer said they watched so many children walk into the water. It was all politicians that were dealing with that. They tried to hide it for years and years and years. There's a name for what the scandal was called. Holy shit, I think you've hit the nail on the head. I've always said it. Stammer was top prosecutor when it was allegations came to light initially, and he didn't push the case yet. And look how ballsy Prince Andrew was, okay, to like Met Police going to look into Virginia Guthrie and get some shit like dirt on her. Like, was it as easy as that? It must have been, because he was sending emails, he had their social security number, had their date of birth. Why are they exempt for the rest of it and we're fucking paying for them? I don't get it. I actually don't get it. And I think the Met Police have been, enough's enough, there's only so much we can do. You're a fucking paedophile and you deserve what's coming. Allegedly. And if Prince Andrew had anything to do with the McCanns, it's worth a look into. 212, good job, Mandy. You get in and look for me. Because that's actually Maggie Thatcher, another. Know who that Maggie Thatcher reminds me of? That woman in Perfect Neighbour. I always think when we were wee, my granny used to always say, that Maggie Thatcher stole Wayne's milk. It always sticks to me. I always just think she's a milk thief. Ill-backed. We should actually do a case, and I'm going to do a case on Maggie Thatcher. Bring that ill bitch to light. She was a horrible person, a horrible person. None of their hands are clean, no, 100%. Rain files, name them all. Right, okay. What part Fergie played in it all? That's why people need to make up and start making these people accountable. I think that's what's happening now. If you know that Epstein was, why would you take your daughter to visit him? Because Louise, I think it's because it was normal to them. It's their normality. Don't give Maggie airtime. But people who are just getting into politics, it's good to know who Maggie Thatcher was and what type of influence she was in within the government world at that time. Basically, she was like, yeah. She was evil. Very much so. Epstein paid off her debt. Is that right, Carol? Paid off Fergie's debt? She was jiggy. I'm not even going to say it. I was going to lower the tone then. Oh, Eileen, it's all right. I'll press post as soon as I'm done. You'll be able to watch it back. Fergie always chased the money. I know. If you ever get a chance, because a lot of you are quite young as well, you probably won't know what I'm talking about, but Spitting Image. Oh my God, go and watch the old ones back, because they make more sense now than ever. Every fucking knew back then as well. The Perfect Neighbour was a horrendous woman, that poor woman's man and kid, 100%. Aye, useless as well, Tracy. Why is his daughters even speaking to him? I don't think his daughters are. I really don't. Hoping for good movement around the Luke Mitchell case very soon. Fingers and toes crossed. Keep reposting, sharing, liking everything. Maggie was Satan in disguise. Yep, Epstein's bank rolled Fergie for 15 years. So do you think that was like an arranged marriage of some sort? Or do you think they were just... I told you I'm vanilla, ladies. You're going to need to help me out. Like, what were they doing? Is that how much the sex party cost? Like, was he paying her to come, or was she trying to get tickets? Whose toe was she sucking? Was she sucking toes? I'm like... Oh, yuck. What will happen to Beatrice and Eugenia now? There's no titles. That is a true point. They were never up the pecking chain anyway, were they? I was crying watching Perfect Neighbour. Do you know what? I sobbed for the last 45 minutes. Like, as a mum, I don't want to ruin it for MD. As a mum, and just, you're watching somebody in their moment of grief, And it was, I don't want to waste it, friends, but if you're looking for something to watch, it's on for about an hour and a half the night, watch it after this live, especially if you're into your crime. Ghislaine is very quiet. She gets something rejected, but obviously Trump's on one the now. I think as soon as Trump loses power, everything's starting to like downfall. It already is. He's trying to do away with Hollywood, isn't he? The Telegraph is posting all the goods and receipts. Thanks, Louise Kelman. So we're now going to be watchers of the Telegraph, peeps, to keep their titles invited to all occasions. Why shouldn't it be? It's, again, it's what we spoke about today. It can't be Brushy Association. They were probably not even born when that shit was taking place, and God knows to then what experience they were maybe born into or born for. Looks like me they're trying to create war, division against everyone and distract everyone from all their sick, messed up, I agree with you, messed up actions from all the country leaders all over the world. I wouldn't trust any of them as far as I could throw them. I think they're all guilty of horrendous stuff and it's going to come out just shortly. I agree. And she took Beatrice and Eugenia to his release party when he got out of jail. Couldn't he paint a redneck in her, couldn't you not? Your childline comment, I can't see it. Chrissy, they'll knew about it and did nothing regardless. It was born in time. Yeah, I agree. How she was never arrested on that night was beyond me. It was a person of colour. Yeah, I was thinking the same the minute the police took her home to get her stuff. I was like, why is she not? She's murdered somebody. But obviously, and I'm sure without ruining it too much for anybody who's not watched it yet, when you see the interviews at the end, you understand why they didn't arrest her straight away. They knew that she was premeditating that, so they had to get proof. So obviously checking her phone records and work out like the whole, how long did it take to happen? She said 10 minutes, it was 2 minutes. So I'm sure they would never be able to got the answers within 24 hours. So again, and because this type of charge that it was, that they were aiming for, or that she was aiming for, they had to let her go because it could have been self-defence at that point, even though they knew it wasn't. But I was glad they arrested her when they did. But obviously there was, like, her family had to come out and stand their ground and things like that. Andrew gave up his titles, don't believe that. No, Mary, Big Charles was on the phone to him on Thursday night and says to him, listen, you're getting rid of that fucking title, you can do it or I'll do it for you. He didn't have a choice, put a statement out on Friday. Apparently with all the allegations, he can't continue with his royal duties, but he's not sweating. You wonder where Jill Dando came into all this? Leanne Belter, I know. I think she was more in with the whole sat. Well, in saying that, maybe it's a case we need to look back over. I've done the Jill Dando case, that's on YouTube as well. Listen to that rain, can you see that? Oh, I'm glad we're all in the house and we're all cosy. Could she be the UK elite involved? 100%, Abdi's involved in it, no doubt about it. It was all in the Sunday Mail today, yep. Sorry, Angela, she said no spoilers. We can't keep talking about that because people want to watch it. I think she was going to expose people. Yeah, definitely. Hi in India, I hope you're well. It is called The Perfect Neighbour on Netflix. Right, guys, what do we think? What do you make out the Russian submarine in our waters? Lorna, can I tell you? They're always in our waters and we just don't report it all the time. We're just reporting it now because everything's been heightened, but it's not the first. I wouldn't be concerned at that, but I would be concerned at Stammer kind of jesting back and forth about war and things like that. He seems a wee bit unhinged now. Bob, go and tie your own shoelaces together and start walking. Andrew's still on the payroll though, to stop him doing a book on childhood stuff. Really? 7:30 meant to be at one of those weird parties in Epstein's house when Maddie went missing, the same house with the weird art of abuse. Stacey, is that true? I'm putting that in. 7:30 in Epstein. I will say there could be some connection, but it's more to do with medication prescriptions. I've said that from the word go. Right, okay, Friday night, I went to Edinburgh to do our Halloween ghost hunt, so I'll need to edit before it goes to the page, so it'll be another week or so. But what a night. It was brilliant. But we were we were in the graveyard at Captain Greyfriars Cemetery, and these two ghosts, I swear to God, the ones that you've maybe seen a brief inner clip or bloopers clip, they actually come up behind us and scared us in the middle of recording. I swear to God, I thought the big man had came to take me. I was like, no way. But then we put the spirit box on, they shut themselves. I was like, that's what you get. But it was a really good night. I'm going to put the footage together and start editing between tonight and next week. And Granny Smith's in the house. Smithy is now a granny. She's a beautiful little grandson called Reggie, and he is beautiful. Congratulations to you and your family. The bloopers were funny. They were frustrating, and I did laugh. Heather's probably in. Heather took it tight. Like, she was going to record and the button kept slipping. Let's just say that I don't even know what was happening, but at one point I'm like, Heather, we were running out of time. I'm like, I'm going to ring your next. So when we were doing the bloopers, we were pure buckled because we had to actually cut the stuff out. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, Heather. I was like, that makes me look like a bad person. Well, it was so, like, it was just trying to get it all together. But we've done it. That was the main thing. We did it on this case of 2.5 hours. Got a chippy, salt and sauce on the way home, on the train, and we were back in the house. Until the M74 shut, we were back in the house at 1:30 in the morning. Thanks, Stacey. So, somebody's here, are we still going into lockdown? Right, so we predicted, and I predicted, I'm saying I predicted last year there were going to be a lockdown and COVID coming in between September and October. You can't tell me that's not happened, right? It's everywhere now, it's all over the papers. I said to you already, the lockdown will be different from what it's expected. No financial gain, nobody helping out, and it's down to you whether you are going out with COVID or not going out with COVID. The numbers are going up. I presume within the next 17 days we're going to hear a lot more. So keep an eye out for it. But it's not the lockdown what you're expecting. But I've said that before. I'm in the house. I love it. I love being cosy. All my housework's done. The boys are sleeping. Everyone's ready for tomorrow. I am off tomorrow. I've got a meeting tomorrow. The boys are going to nursery. So I'm looking forward to chill out, find something to watch, have a wee cheese toasty. I've not had one for a while. And do the editing. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm already taking myself away from the computer and I can't. That is our plan tonight. Have we enjoyed this live, guys? Are we all good? I've had COVID already. Oh gosh, sorry to hear that. I'm just sad, proper, whatever orientation. You've got all that time to think about that. It's quite a sad wee life. Think of something a bit more positive for yourself. You have yourself dead and buried, you'll attract it in. Oh, Catherine, you're just here. Don't worry, I'm going to post it. The other thing was the Daniel Sloan case, 1,000 hours community service and a fine. Like, a lot of people said that wasn't justice. I think that's going to affect him for life. TikTok's not going to be about forever. He's never going to have the money, but also, I still see him going to the tin pail. I thought I better put that in there just in case it comes across that I don't. I've 1,000,000% I do. But like I said, the case could have been brought forward if they need to know his status for the High Court case. I had a wee nosy into it. So we'll see. Once it all comes out, wonder if Beatrice and Eugenia will still... I don't think they're speaking to me now. What's your thoughts on Esther Ranson? She was a talk show host years and years ago. Is she still relevant? Is she still alive? Esther, are you there? What about the power cuts? Well, that's been all over as well. Like, and I seen somebody, somebody needs to fill me in about it. I didn't have time to get down the rabbit hole, but somebody in TikTok's wanting to raise awareness, so that's why we'll talk about it on Openreach, that they're stalking their property or something. I don't know what the argument is, but oh my God, the police are there for Openreach guys, van are there, and first instance it looks like they're all bullying her, but I don't think that's the case because there's a lot of videos she's making. So the predictions are the next 10 to 14 days, I feel we're going to hear something around the police with Prince Andrew. That's why the Royals are taking a step back soon, or now. The memoir is out on Tuesday, where I think that's going to start giving us an idea of other people that could be involved without naming them. And what I mean by that is behaviours, certain parties where you'd imagine other people you might know to be there. Oh, you're joking? Oh, I didn't know that. Hi in Colorado. I hope you're well. I hope I'm not speaking too fast for you. We're in Scotland. She knew about Sabo for sure. Esther Ranson opened Childline to cover abuse. She found childhood abuse is linked to everything. As anyone reporting it, it would go back to the people involved. Is that not... is that true? Hi, Hi in Kenya. Sorry, Kenya. People have to know that now. I need to know. Oh, your grandmother's from Scotland. Where in Scotland? And said nothing, Christy. I've had 2 power cuts the last 2 months. Noticed my bedroom clock flashes at the wrong time in Edinburgh. Right, okay. So is not Esther Ranson not the person that was also connected to that Sandra Brown to do with the Moira Anderson case? Were they not in tow at one point? No? I thought they were. Maybe I, maybe no. I do know who Esther Ranson is. I just didn't think very highly of her. That's why I was like, she's still relevant. And then somebody told me she's not well. And I was like, oh, I don't feel good about that. Yes, that's right. I knew it. So they're all connected in some way. Oh, I tell you. We are good at fucking jigsaws 212. That's all I'm going to say. Right, let's leave it there. I knew it, Donna. Yeah. I just think it's horrible. See the amount of people that hide behind stuff like that. Like, aye, I'm not going to get into it. Audrey, I don't even know. Esther Ranson could be the blonde person in the leak you're talking about. Definitely not. Definitely not. Not. 100% not. She maybe played a small part in it, but I'm going to look her up. Because that would tie in with the other case. Do you know... I'm getting freaked out because I'm like, how are all these fucking cases tying together? How are all these cases tying together? Always politicians involved. But you never see police statements, don't you, Nat? Remember I'm saying that? But you see politicians endorsing people. But did we see any police reports recently? No, we didn't. Leaving it there. I agree, I've seen it, Joe. 212 are coming for you. Because you know what? And I think, and I get it, people don't want to speak out about people that are looking to be doing good for charity or doing good for something. But it's like that Kira Cousins situation. They must have known it was a doll. They must have known. People don't want to speak out, don't they not? Whatever be that situation. No, go do your homework. I'm dying to. But I'm dying to because when I met up with that lady, not Esther Ranson, the other lady, she mentioned her. And it was like name dropping at the time. And it felt like me and the person that was with me felt it was all a wee bit weird. Fucking weirder now. And it's what you guys said before we said that, is all the politicians involved. Police Scotland are the only force in the UK not to have implemented body cams. I didn't know that. Look at Michelle Moan, she'll never pay a penny back. I agree with you. Well, nah, I think she'll get, there's more legal stuff coming for her. I see her maybe bumping into the Diageo and the tin pail. I think there's more coming out for her as well, round about January, February time. Chevy, I've got no idea. But I just, when somebody wrote that comment, I'm like, that just, I actually watched it all tie together. And again, it's, when you're speaking about cases, you're out to raise awareness and you're trying to solve the case, not for yourself. You're trying to solve it for, in particular, maybe Moira Anderson, that wee girl. Frustrates the life out of me. The corruption in front of that case is fucking unreal, unreal. And I think maybe to hide the corruption, they will find her body one day, just to put it to rest. But aye, it frustrates me. It frustrates me a lot, because you've got to watch what you're saying, because charities are involved. Charities that had been named after a victim that the family didn't want it to be named after, but nobody listened. I'm not saying it's not a good charity, but it's holding a name that is meant, that gets me angry, meant to be a victim of murder, no body found. But if you've seen the politicians speak out the other day in Holyrood last week, there is movement in this case. Didn't hear Police Scotland, cold case unit, didn't hear them nothing. Did hear the same common denominator all the time though. Someone who doesn't like the internet when it doesn't go their way. Anyway, politicians, judges, royals, all senior figures, all corrupt and big cover-ups, 100%. I'm sure that Esther was close to Jimmy Savile back in the day. I'm thinking Mitchell case is the same. Right guys, happy Sunday. Did we enjoy tonight? Have we all finished our tea? I think we should have got a vodka for the night. I should have prepared this, but it's fine. We made it through. I'll be live during the week to do some readings. I might come live tomorrow to do some pre-readings, because, like I said, I've got a meeting in the morning, but I have a wee bit of time before I go, so I might jump on. So give us a wee follow, you get a notification when we go live. Yeah, same name. Please, 100% they don't. Moira Anderson was the book to divert attention from the truth. You're fucking right, it was. Divert attention from Police Scotland, from everybody involved. But that's why, please go to my YouTube channel if you don't know what case I'm talking about. Moira Anderson. It's full of just facts. None of your shite in between facts. People write books and say they know who the perpetrator is, the person that done it, but they can't come up with a body. They can't say any more than that. But they've made a lot of money off this wee girl. Absolutely exploited, and I don't care what politician or who says different, the whole situation's been completely and utterly exploited, to the point to find that wee girl would lose them money. Does that not tell you something, rather than gain them money? Right, okay, I'm going to enjoy my toasty. I'm going to chill out. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. YouTube, you're wild. Right, YouTube, you're away first. Remember, subscribe, comment, like the video. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.